Could Green become champion in the Kanto region? For those who don't know, Green was supposed to be part of the original Kanto trio, along with Red and Blue. But she didn't get an official in-game team until the Let's Go versions of these games. So of course, I wanted to do a run as this character right away. In fact, this was supposed to be my first ever Can X Become Champion video. But it never happened since past me couldn't figure out how to match her moveset. Like take her Victory Bell for example, it's supposed to know Power Whip, but it can only learn it as an egg move? Except there are no egg moves in this game. Then one thing led to another and the run never happened. We got the Marnie run instead. Thankfully, a lot has changed since then. I've done a lot of other character runs, I've got my master's degree. Oh, and I learned that all I had to do was click on the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee tab on Cerebi, and that way I could actually see how to get the moves within the game. And since I can finally match the moveset, I can finally do the run. But before we jump into it, I should mention that this one is an extra special one because it is also the season finale for the voiced Let's Go character runs, so you might want to catch up on the lore of the past 4 episodes linked in the description. You should be able to enjoy this one regardless, but the TLDR is that we're now in the post-game version of Kanto and I still haven't found the mysterious missing Pokemon Mew. With that in mind, you should be able to enjoy the story, so let's begin. To find out if Green has what it takes to become champion, I played through Pokemon Let's Go Eevee as Green, and even though she would definitely break every single rule in this game, including trying to catch a human, I'll try my best to follow the usual set of rules to keep things consistent and fair. Although, we might have to make small exceptions here and there, like for example, Squirtle is supposed to be Green's ace Pokemon, but it is not available until a bit later in the game, so we'll start things off simple and catch a Route 1 Bellsprout as her temporary starter. By the way, these things only show up in Let's Go Eevee, which is why we're doing the run on this game. After catching our unofficial starter, we can easily make our way north through the Viridian Forest, taking down trainers who use bug and bird Pokemon, but were too low level to pose an actual threat. Although we might have rushed things a bit too much because we ended up losing our first gym battle against Brock. Here I thought Grass had an advantage, but just like with the trainers in the Viridian Forest, we were too underleveled. So even our super effective hits couldn't quite knock out the Geodude in one turn, and the longer that guy lives, the more damage he can do. So unless Brock spams an extremely bad move, our little pea shooter will always lose. Which means it's time for us to plant 3 columns of sunflowers and buff this thing up. Or rather, I guess it's time for us to go catch some more Pokemon, since that's the main way to level things up in this game. Which turned out to be a blessing in disguise because look, shiny Weedle! Then we continued our catching spree until our Bellsprout hit level 11 and went back to rematch Brock. Things went a lot smoother since we could now one-shot the Geodude and had plenty of HP to tank through a headbutt from Onix. Well, we can't use our one-time heal or hope that he attacks with a rock throw the next turn. Either way, with enough good luck, Green can definitely win here with just one Pokemon. And that means we can head towards Mount Moon to catch ourselves another member for the team, because as you can see, it is dangerous to go alone. Although if we want to explore more of the cave, we'll have to take on several trainers, including this unintentional mirror match, but we get an easy win here since we're the main character. And if we explore a bit deeper into the cave, we can find...
Shh! You're gonna scare them!
Oh, what's going on?
Grandpa Oak told me about these Pokemon. They come out to dance during a full moon.
But we're deep inside a cave. How do they even know what the moon looks like right now?
No idea. But don't they look like they're having so much fun?
Wait, Green, where are you going?
To dance with them, of course. Come on, you join too.
You know, I think I'm good. Dancing's not really my thing.
Ah, you scared them away, Grumpy Pants.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the fun.
That's okay. We can try again next time. But that won't be for another month, huh? Do you want to dance some more, little buddy? I like you. Say, want to join our team? We're traveling all over Kanto to see if we can find another pink Pokemon called Mew. Yay! Now we can dance whenever we like.
Yay! The rest of the cave was pretty peaceful since Team Rocket was finally gone. However, that one fossil nerd was still on edge and jumped straight into battle the moment he saw us approaching. But it was a great chance to see what our new Pokemon could do. This early on, our best strategy was to use the move Minimize, which turbo boosts their evasion to the point where the enemy can't even think about hitting us. Then we can go on the offensive with Headbutt, which doesn't do much damage, but since we're only getting hit like once in a blue moon, we can take as many turns as we need to win. The only problem is that his second Pokemon, Magnemite, resists normal type moves, so we're gonna have to headbutt it twice as many times, but we don't have infinite PP. And since none of our other moves do any damage, I think we're gonna have to break that no switching out rule just this once. Otherwise we might really be stuck here until the next full moon. So we sent out Bellsprout and set up a bind for some between turn damage. We also had to use our one-time heal just to make sure those Thunder Shocks don't knock us out, and then managed to pull off a win with relative ease. After the battle, the nerd apologized for jumping to conclusions and gave us a Moonstone as an apology. Then we left the cave and made our way towards Celadon City.
Stop right there!
Huh? What's going on?
You won't get away this time, you little rascal!
Squirtle, squirt!
Hey, no fair! You know the chief will scold me if I get my uniform wet again!
Officer Jenny, what's going on?
Oh hey, it's you! Nothing too serious this time, just a little Squirtle causing a lot of trouble.
What did it do?
He was watering the spiky bushes all over town again.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Not unless you're the one who has to cut them. The chief even made me wear these gloves so I wouldn't get my hands all scratched up.
But they look really cute on you. Maybe I should get some gloves too.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. We are cracking down on suspicious-looking individuals who might be a part of Team Rocket.
Okay, but I'm not a Team Rocket.
I might know that, but when another officer sees a girl in black with gloves on, they might think otherwise.
Now that you mention it, that does sound like the uniforms they used to wear.
Fine, I'll keep my gloves off for now.
You again? Are you trying to get me in trouble?
Blah.
Get back here, you little...
I kinda like him.
He is up for adoption if you're interested. Wait, you look familiar. Aren't you the girl we found near Cerulean Cave?
Yep, that's me. You're the nice lady that found me, right?
Mm-hmm. So, how have you been?
Pretty good. Grandpa Oak is really nice. He taught me a lot about Pokemon and people too.
You make it sound like your memory is not back yet.
Nope, still nothing. That's why I decided to travel the region with this talking Meowth. He's looking for a Mew, and I'm looking for my memories. Surely, at least one of us will find something if we check all of Kanto together.
Sounds like quite the grand journey. Perhaps a Squirtle might come in handy.
That's what I'm thinking too. Are you sure it's alright for me to take it?
Better than having it stay here. It's the only Pokemon we have left at the clinic, and he's been causing a lot more trouble for Jenny lately.
Do you think she'll miss it?
Maybe a little, but it might be better for both of them if he joins you on your journey.
Then we'll be sure to visit again, so they can play together some more.
Aw, how considerate. Off you go then. Don't want to keep your new partner waiting.
And so we dashed north after the Squirtle, except we still had to take on the Nugget Bridge trainers, which slowed us down a little bit. But maybe that was a good thing since we saw Jenny run off towards Bill's house and completely missed the fact that the Squirtle was hiding in the tall grass, meaning we could just walk up to it and easily catch the little troublemaker. Then we made our way back to Cerulean and challenged the Water-type gym. We started off the battle by using our new move to paralyze Misty's Psyduck. Then we could set up a triple layer of Minimize, making the chances of being hit extremely small, but not zero. So we also set up some Amnesia to max out our special defense. That way, even if we do get hit, we'll barely take any damage. After that, it was time to go on the offensive with Headbutt. Eventually, we managed to knock out that Psyduck and instantly paralyze Misty's Starfish. Its strongest move, Scald, could barely do any damage, but our only move, Headbutt, was doing even less. Thankfully, Misty missed most of her moves, or got stopped by paralysis, so we could just spam our way to victory, getting ourselves badge number 2 with just one Pokemon. After that, we headed south towards Vermilion City, but we got sidetracked by some fun ledges and a cute little Vulpix that Green just had to catch because it reminded her of her uncle? Which uncle? Then we went straight to the SS Anne for some extra battles and to recreate that one scene from the Titanic. I'm king of the world! Wait, doesn't that boat sink? Anyways, these extra battles got our Squirtle and Bellsprout to evolve just in time for the next gym. But we still had to lead with Clefairy because that minimize strategy is way too good, and also this is Green's canonical lead. After making her Clefairy the size of my bank account, we went to the offensive with Body Slam, which could do some decent damage to the Voltorb, and since we know it won't work against the Magnemite, courtesy of the Fossil Maniac in Mount Moon, we decided to try out Metronome, which made us bite the magnet, then it got us to poke it with Twin Needles. After that we recovered some health and wagged our tail to lower its defenses, and at that point, we were just better off using Body Slam than hoping Metronome would do something useful. That left Surge with just his Raichu, which dished out major damage with its Thunderbolt, but then couldn't land its Quick Attack, giving us the opportunity to spam Body Slam and finish it off, getting us yet another solo victory for Green. And this has been the only easy victory against Surge. After leaving the gym, she wanted to go back to Pewter City to get some chips and a strong flashlight from one of Professor Oak's aides. Green also wanted to explore a bit more since it was an area we couldn't reach before, and found a leaf stone near the Viridian Forest, which she used right away to evolve her Weepinbell. This also reminded us to use her Moonstone on the Clefairy, which we were saving until it learned Moonblast at level 28, and well, it do be level 28 now. And after that, it was time to head east into the Rock Tunnel and look for our next team member, Kangaskhan, which was surprisingly hard to find, or at least I thought so because we ran into a shiny Graveler first. Eventually we did find that Kangaskhan, but the search had us pretty tired, so we decided to take a small break at Lavender Town.
Oh, if it isn't my favorite talking Pokemon.
Blaine? What are you doing all the way out here?
Me? I'm here to visit an old friend. Speaking of which, who's the girl?
I'm Green, Professor Oak's aide. But right now, I'm helping him look for a pink Pokemon called Mew. Do you know anything about it, Grandpa Glasses?
Grandpa? I used to be Uncle Glasses a few years ago. Say, if the two of you aren't busy, why not join me for a drink?
I thought you were meeting up with an old friend.
An old friend you already know. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to see the two of you again.
Again?
Sure, I can take a little break.
Great, then come along. Hey, Fuji boy. You won't believe who I ran into on my way here.
Huh? Who are you?
Oh, come on, don't go stealing Sam's jokes. It's me, your best buddy, Blaine.
Blaine? Best buddy? I'm so sorry, but I don't know who you are.
So the rumors were true. You really don't remember anything, eh?
I'm afraid not. I woke up here a day ago knowing nothing but my name.
Well then, you're in luck, my friend, because I've brought some people who know all about you. Come on in, you two.
Oh hey, it's Mr. Fuji.
A talking Pokemon?
I'm not that forgettable, am I?
Don't worry, you're not. Also, let's give them some space.
Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you. My name's Green.
The pleasure is all mine, little lady. People call me Mr. Fuji.
So, it sounds like you've lost your memories too?
That I have.
Does that mean you don't remember how to play that flute anymore?
This old thing? I'm afraid not.
Have you tried?
No, I have not. I guess I should. Oh,
See? Looks like you haven't lost all your memories.
thanks, little lady. Perhaps there's other things I haven't forgotten as well.
Glad I could help.
What about you? You said your memories are missing as well?
Yeah, I don't really know who I am or who I'm supposed to be. And I've already traveled to half the towns in Kanto, but no one seems to recognize me.
No one?
Not even her own father.
But you know a little, right? Shouldn't you tell them?
It's not my place to dig up old graves.
Still.
There you are. Why'd you two leave?
Oh, sorry, just,
Old habit of mine. Haven't touched the amber pipe in years, but I still like to step out for some air. Yeah, fresh air.
Uh-huh. Well, your friend doesn't know anything about Mew.
He doesn't know anything right now. Couldn't even recognize his own daughter if she walked right through the front door.
Anyways, he did say that some mysterious-looking Pokemon tend to show up at that tower, so maybe we should go check it out.
I agree. You two should go. I'll keep old Fuji some company. After all, we've got a lot of catching up to do.
Alrighty then, see ya later, Blaine. When we got to the tower, there were a bunch of weird spirit mediums who wanted to battle, but none of them could help us find a Pokemon like Mew. If anything, there weren't that many types of Pokemon here to begin with, mostly Zubat, Cubone, and a bunch of ghosts playing pranks on said mediums. Green thought they were very fun and silly, so she decided to catch one for her team. Then we kept battling and exploring, but found no clues or signs of Mew. So after a while, we went back outside and decided to continue our journey. Then we headed out west towards Celadon City and found a Firestone along the way, which was perfect for evolving our little Vulpix. Green was definitely very mesmerized by the size of Celadon City and got instantly drawn to the department store for some shopping. Unfortunately, she did not have any money, so she just dumped out her whole bag and sold every item she's picked up along the way. And then she bought the TM for Tri-Attack to teach to the Clefable, Hyper Beam for the Ninetales, which is way too expensive, and after that we went to the roof to check out the vending machines. But I did not expect Green to waste the rest of her money so she could buy a ton of drinks. Man, gamers, I love having just 4 $Poké. Note to self, start using Payday during battles, cause this girl's gonna go broke. Anyways, since she bought way more drinks than she could possibly carry, Green decided to share some with the little girl, who is still hanging around here for some reason. But hey, at least she's nice enough to give us the TMs for Reflect and Light Screen, both of which we'll need for our lead Pokemon Clefable. Then we made our way to the local botanical garden, which also doubles as the Grass-type gym. Green instantly went on the offensive with Moonblast, then tried using Clefairy's new Tri-Attack to finish off the Tangela. Erica followed up with Whipping Bell, which knew Poison Jab, but couldn't quite one-shot. And that gave us the opening to attack a second time with Tri-Attack and finish this thing off. But this strategy wasn't gonna work too well on the Vileplume, who recovered most of the damage we did with its Mega Drain. So instead we set up a Light Screen to reduce its special attack damage and let it knock out our lead. But that was okay since we could finally use our Ninetales, which let out a Fire Blast and dealt some massive damage. Not massive enough to one-shot, but strong enough to win the next turn. After this little tour of the big city, Green wanted to check out the defamed Pokemon Road, where trainers can walk around with their Pokemon. For Green, that meant she could hop on her Haunter and scare some of the trainers, then ride a bit on the Kangaskhan's shoulder and into the next town. Unfortunately, we couldn't challenge the next gym yet since we didn't have enough Pokemon registered to our Pokédex. Thankfully, Green was staying with Professor Oak for long enough to know where we can easily find a bunch of rare Pokemon. Cinnabar Island. Why here of all places?
Well, Grandpa Oak's been visiting a lot to study the strange Pokemon on the shore. And if he doesn't know about them, then they must be rare, right?
Right, but I don't see any of them right now.
You've got the silly goggles too. I don't see any either. I think Grandpa Oak mentioned there's more of them on the other side of the island.
And he's right.
Oh, hi Blaine. Back home already?
Yeah, don't want to raise suspicion by being away from my gym for too long.
Speaking of which, did they end up catching Giovanni?
No, not yet.
He might be in a different region by this point.
No, he's still here. I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
I can sense it. With my mustache.
Really?
Of course not. The only one with those kinds of powers is Sabrina. And I hear she's locked up in her gym.
Well, if it's not your mustache and it's not Sabrina, then how do you know?
It's because of old Fuji. According to the locals, he went missing for a couple of days and then came back with that major case of amnesia.
What's that gotta do with Giovanni?
You read the diary, right?
Yeah, I did. He was trying to make some Pokemon in that abandoned lab, but it didn't go well and Mr. Fuji got fired.
Not quite. The explosion drew in too many eyes, so they had to kick him out. But Giovanni, he doesn't give up that easy.
So you think that Giovanni kidnapped Mr. Fuji and made him finish the project? But that would mean...
Most likely. I doubt they could catch him now.
Then what do we do?
What can we do? That man's got a Pokemon that can rival Arceus itself.
Ow, what was that for?
You were being gloomy again. So I thought I'd try evolving you into something happier.
A Sunstone would be better.
Don't give her any ideas. And besides, it won't work on me. I've got an Everstone.
That blue pendant is an Everstone?
Oh, this? No, it's a little parting gift I got from a friend in Paldea.
Ooh, maybe I should visit one day. Wait, no, if that's not your Everstone, then where is it?
It's in my bag. Along with the Silph Scope, my ticket for the SS Anne, a map of Kanto, oh, and the emergency tea.
What kind of emergency?
The kind we might have to deal with if Giovanni shows up. It'll let me change form to any Pokemon in Kanto.
any Pokemon?
Mm-hmm. Even newer species like Porygon or Mewtwo.
Then you should make sure to hide it really well. We don't want anyone else accidentally getting their hands on it.
Of course. That's why I keep it at the bottom of my bag.
Speaking of changing forms, I need your help with something, Grandpa Glasses.
Sure. What can I do for you?
I wanted to evolve my Haunty, but none of the stones seem to work. And I think I remember Grandpa Oak saying that some Pokemon only evolve if you trade them. So, can we try it out?
Absolutely. Let's trade.
After getting ourselves a Gengar and a few more Pokemon around Cinnabar, we quickly completed the entry requirement and went on to challenge Koga, who was so shaken up that he instantly went on the defensive, but since our Tri-Attack was barely doing any damage, he could regain his composure and let out a powerful explosion to take down our lead. No? Well, if not the explosion, then the poison surely will. We decided to finally try out our Kangaskhan, who could attack with Fake Out for some turn 1 damage, then use its Dizzy Punch to chip away at the Muk's health. However, this thing is doing a lot more damage and for some reason isn't getting dizzy, so we had to follow up with Gengar and use our Shadow Ball to make the Muk faint. Koga followed up with Venomoth, which one-shot our Ghost with a Psychic, but this bug is weak to fire, so down it goes. Well, next time we can hit it, down it goes. That left Koga with just his Golbat, which spammed Fly to dodge our attacks and knock out our Fox. But that's okay because we still have a Blastoise, and this turtle can tank a hit and use its powerful Scald to wash away the tricky bat, getting us badge number 5. From there we took a quick detour to the Seafoam Islands so that we could level up our Pokemon a bit and grab the TM for Ice Beam, which would have been useful for the battle with Koga, but not really needed for the Psychic type gym. Since Sabrina had set up a light screen, our Clefable couldn't do much damage with its Tri-Attack, so we decided to do the same thing, and make sure that her Mime wouldn't hit us hard either. Then we continued to exchange blows using a much stronger Moonblast this time around, and managed to win the War of Attrition, but not before the Mime set up a second wall. That meant it was more slow progress against this bro, but we managed to stall for long enough to knock it out. Sabrina followed up with Jinx and we with Ninetales, which I thought could do some numbers with its Fire Blast, but I thought wrong, so I switched to Dark Wave, which somehow didn't finish the job either, and got us to take a lot more damage than expected. This made our Fox an easy target for the Alakazam, but this thing is an easy target for Kangaskhan, who could slap away a bunch of its health with Fake Out, tank a hit, and then use Crunch to finish it off. So we got a solid win and another gym badge.
I see you found the girl.
Hi, my name is Green.
And I'm Sabrina. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
You're a psychic, right?
That I am.
Then, are you able to restore people's lost memories?
Unfortunately, memory manipulation is not my strong suit, so I cannot restore memories. However, I can observe them with my psychometry. Would you like me to try?
Oh, I'm not asking about myself.
You're not?
Nope, I'm more concerned about Mr. Fuji in Lavender Town.
He's lost his memories? When did that happen?
A few days ago, apparently. He couldn't even remember me.
But the two of them were supposed to have a happy reunion.
They did meet, but I wouldn't quite call it happy.
I was happy when he played the flute.
Huh? That wasn't supposed to happen either.
What do you mean?
When we rescued Fuji from the Lavender Tower, I looked into his future. And what you are describing right now sounds nothing like it.
Yeah, but isn't the future hard to predict? I mean, there's so many possibilities.
No, my foresight has always been correct. There's only one thing that can change the outcome.
The Mewtwo you saw when looking into the past?
Yes, it clearly possessed more psychic power than me. Therefore, it has the potential to change the future I saw.
But wouldn't you notice if it made a move?
No, I'm not omnipotent. And I've been focused on my training.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
I've made a lot of progress, mainly thanks to your portal.
You've been using it to train?
Yes. I figured the best way to stop that Mewtwo is by restraining it with my telekinesis. Doesn't matter how strong it is. If it can't move or attack, my Pokemon should be able to take it down.
What's that got to do with the portal?
Well, whatever's holding its position in place is really strong. It takes a lot of telekinetic strain just to move it around. Kind of like a really heavy weight. Which is exactly what I need for my training.
Didn't think Avery was that strong.
Who's Avery?
Oh, he's my psychic friend from Galar. I'll have to introduce you if you ever come visit.
You speak as if all our problems here are resolved. But I cannot concern myself with travel until this Mewtwo threat is neutralized.
That reminds me, Blaine said that Giovanni might have gotten Mr. Fuji to make another one.
So now, 2 of them?
Yeah, probably.
Then I must go double my training.
Well, she was weird.
You can say that again. Anyways, we should probably get going too.
But we didn't get to ask her about Mew.
That's alright. I already went around the region with her and we couldn't find anything.
Really?
Well, technically, she saw it destroy the lab in Cinnabar Island and free the Mewtwo, but that happened a while ago.
She didn't see where it went afterwards?
Nah, I think seeing the Mewtwo scared her too much and she stopped looking.
That's a shame. What do you think happened after that?
I don't know. To be honest, I haven't had that much time to think about it.
Well, we've got some time now.
But I don't have any other clues.
Well, Grandpa Oak says that all living creatures show similar patterns of behavior. So, if you didn't have any clues about what they did after, maybe you can make a guess if you know what they did before.
You make a good point. I've only read about the 2 Pokemon in Fuji's diary.
Then let's start there. What did it say?
Well, Mew sounded like a very curious and skittish Pokemon. Oh, and apparently it really likes music.
What about Mewtwo?
I'm not sure. I think it was just sitting in a tank the whole time.
So, if it repeats the behavior...
You think it's just sitting around somewhere?
Could be. Sabrina made it sound like Mewtwo hasn't made a move yet, right?
You know, you might be onto something. Now the question is, where?
If it's in one spot, and you've been all over the region several times, then it's probably somewhere you haven't checked.
The tunnels? Nah, the police went there. The power plant? Lance would have heard something about it from Lorelei. Oh, the Cerulean Cave.
Then let's go look there. If you find the Mewtwo, you might find clues on the Mew too. Get it?
Good idea. But last I heard, there's a league rep there to keep trainers out of the cave.
Then how are we supposed to get in? Maybe there's a secret entrance.
I don't know about that. It might just be easier to get the rest of the gym badges and then ask Lance for permission to enter. Since he is the champion now, that league rep can't exactly say no to an order from his boss.
Right! Then let's get that next badge!
Which was back on Cinnabar Island. I'm sure you've had enough of Blaine by this point, so I'll spare you the banter and skip straight to the battle. He started out by setting up a Confuse Ray on our Clefable, and we smacked his lead around with our Tri-Attack before it smacked us out of the battle. Green followed up with Ninetales, who also got confused but managed to spam Dark Pulse enough to knock out his lead. And then we punched ourselves in confusion and got knocked out by the Arcanine, which also confused itself and burned through most of its health using Flare Blitz on Kangaskhan. We managed to knock it out, but Blaine's Rapidash quickly returned the favor. Out next was Gengar, who got fried right away, so we sent out Blastoise to actually do some damage. And that left Blaine with just his Ninetales, which was a lot bulkier than I expected, but we managed to finish it off after a couple of turns. Instead of giving us a Blaine doll for winning, he gave us a Mega Stone this time around. Apparently, they were made by Mr. Fuji back when he still lived on this island, and Blaine thought Green should have one of them for old time's sake. She was very happy with the gift. After that little exchange, we made our way back to Viridian to take on the last gym leader, Giovanni! Just kidding, he's on the run from the law right now. But if he was still at this gym, Green would've won. Except he's not, so now we have to battle the new gym leader, Blue, instead. And this guy is a lot tougher. His lead Tauros knows Iron Tail, which deals major damage to Clefable before it can try to set up a Reflect. That does give us one turn to attack, however Moonblast isn't all that strong. But then his bow missed both of its Iron Tail attacks, giving us just enough time to turn the tables. Blue followed up with Aerodactyl, and we responded with Victory Bell, which could deal major damage with its Power Whip, and then use Sucker Punch to finish it off the next turn. We could also Sucker Punch the Alakazam for major damage, but lost the battle thanks to our part Poison typing. That's okay though, since Kangaskhan also knows a speed priority move and can finish off this speedy Psychic. Blue sent out Gyarados next, which was a bad choice since our Kanga knows Thunder Punch. It's not strong enough to one-shot, but neither are any of Gyarados' attacks. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Exeggutor and its Power Whip. But since it is a Grass type, we can send out Ninetales and use Fire Blast to burn it away. And now we just have to take care of the Charizard, but not just any Charizard, Mega Charizard. Why? Why use Hyper Beam? We can do that too. And neither of us did that much damage. Like I said, not that good of a move. So we send out Gengar next, using the free turn to chip away at the lizard's health, but it's too weak to take a punch. So we had to Drago out our Blastoise, Mega Evolve, and then use Hydro Pump to finally finish the fight. And now that we had all 8 gym badges, we could head towards the Indigo Plateau, which meant making our way through the Victory Road, where Green found a 3rd shiny Pokemon, Onix, making this my luckiest run to date. But enough about luck, it's time to test our skill. First up was Lorelei, whose team is somewhat weak to fire, and the ones that aren't are somewhat weak to grass. We have both. Bruno? Just as easy, his fighting types were weak to Moonblast, and his final Pokemon had to punch a ghost. That never ends well for the one throwing the punch at least. Agatha? Well, she was actually kinda challenging, so I gotta give her the spotlight a bit. At first I thought it would be another easy win, especially since we managed to paralyze her Arbok and finish it off with a Tri-Attack. Then we tried to Sucker Punch her Gengar, which worked the first time around, but she decided to save the second one for later and sent out Weezing instead. We tried to fight it with Ninetales, but the best we could do was spam Dark Pulse and hope it flinches. Spoiler alert, it didn't. So we barely had any HP left for the second Gengar. Luckily, we do have a Gengar of our own, but he was too slow. So no, we don't. That meant we had to rely on Victreebel, who could barely tank a Sludge Bomb, dish out major damage with a Power Whip, and finish off this ghost with a Sucker Punch. As for the Golbat, well, we have an Ice Beam now. Now typically, we'd take on Lance next, but since he became the champion in the last video, we now get to take on the provisional ex-champion as the 4th Elite Four member. He leads the battle with that Mega Pidgeot, and we go on the offensive with Moonblast, which makes him switch out for some reason. So now we're Moonblasting a Rapidash. The horse went for Flare Blitz, and we went for Tri-Attack, which managed to paralyze it and give us the... of course he's gonna heal here. And then knock us out the next turn. Doesn't matter, we'll just fight fire with fire. And by that I mean spam Foul Play, since it can't do much damage to us anyways. The ex-champion follows up with Slowbro, but we can hit it pretty hard since it's part Psychic. Unfortunately, it can hit us even harder. I thought Sucker Punch would take it out, but since it barely did any damage, I switched over to Thunder Punch to get the results we needed. Then it was time to take on Vileplume, which set up a Reflect, so we can't really do anything, except we know Brick Break, so yes we can, but once again we couldn't do much and got knocked out. Gengar was out next, finally being useful using... of course he has a second full heal. Well, we spammed Sludge Bomb a bunch and knocked out the flower. Raichu was an interesting choice, but it couldn't one-shot us with Thunder, so we managed to poison it before he could strike at the same place twice. Our numbers were running low, but we still had hope, so we sent out Victreebel and oh wow, he didn't heal this time. I'll take the knockout, but not the Pidgeot. We tried to be funny with Sucker Punch, but got burnt away, leaving Green with just Blastoise. Thankfully, we could also Mega Evolve, which gave us more bulk, and another full restore. But that's okay because we have Ice Beam, which can two-shot the bird, although we did flinch once, so now I'm in the red. But if he gets 3 heals, I should get at least 1, which gives our Blastoise plenty of health to take some hits and finish, he has a 4th one, doesn't he? Doesn't matter, cause we do so much more damage, that no amount of heals would help him out here, meaning Green can in fact collect all 8 gym badges and take down the Elite Four. And now, the only thing she has to do to become champion is win against Lance, who wasn't nearly as troublesome. Sure, his Seadra could knock out Clefable, but we could finish it off with a Sucker Punch and then use Victreebel's Power Whip to slap that Dactyl out of the sky. We also managed to hit the Gyarados, giving us the opening to finish it off with Kangaskhan's Thunder Punch. And that meant we could use the same move to knock out the Charizard, although it was useless on Dragonite. But that's okay because we had plenty of Pokemon to spare. So we sent out Ninetales next and had it use Foul Play to turn Dragonite's power against it. Then it punched itself, and by turn 3, it was an easy victory for me. So if you were to ask if Green could become champion in the Kanto region, I think the answer would be an overwhelming yes. Yes, she can.
Congratulations. Although I still can't believe my dragons lost to the likes of you.
Hey now, don't be a sore loser.
My apologies. I was just hoping to hang on to the title for a bit longer. I've barely had the time to think, let alone make changes to the Pokemon League. But alas, that is your job now, miss.
I'll pass.
What do you mean, you'll pass?
You can keep the title.
But why would you turn down this opportunity?
Grandpa Oak told me that the champion has to remain at the Indigo Plateau and defend their title. But I don't want to sit around here forever. I'd much rather go explore the region and look for cool Pokemon. Speaking of which, can we get permission to go into the Cerulean Cave?
Well, That's certainly a strange request, but you're clearly strong enough to handle anything that might be in there. Sure, you have my permission. Just show it to the league rep, and he should let you in.
Thanks, Uncle Lance. Oh, there's one more thing.
What else do you need?
Could I get my Master Ball before I go?
You mean this Master Ball?
Yeah.
Then no.
But why not? I beat you fair and square.
Well, if I recall correctly, a certain bubbly lady used the Master Ball that was supposed to be given to me. So, I only think it's fair to keep her Master Ball should she earn one as repentance for her carelessness in the past.
Note to self, Uncle Lance doesn't like to let things go. Oh, well, guess we'll explore the Cerulean Cave without a Master Ball. Now let's go!
And so we made our way into the cave where it all began. But just as Sabrina had mentioned, there didn't seem to be anything interesting here, just a bunch of high-level Pokemon that helped us level up even faster. Oh, and a 4th shiny, because Green is just that lucky. And quite curious too, because she wanted to check every nook and cranny in this cave. Most paths led to a dead end or a random item, but one of them seemed to lead much deeper into the cave. The further down we went, the heavier the air got. There was definitely some sort of pressure that scared away even the strongest local Pokemon, but not Green. She knows no fear, so we just kept pushing ahead, and then we saw it. The Mewtwo.
Think fast!
Nice try, sister. But petty tricks like that won't work on me.
Ah, dang it.
As I said.
But if I can't catch you, how am I supposed to get you out of this cave?
You're not. I'm perfectly content here, especially knowing that the 4 of you are okay.
So, what have you been doing this entire time?
I have been training.
That's it?
It is the best place to do so in all of Kanto. The Golduck and Golbat strengthen my power, the Chansey boost my levels, and the Ditto, well, there's no better Pokemon to spar with, since they can turn into temporary clones of me.
Wait, Ditto's powers sound similar to the Pokemon we're looking for, Mew! Do you happen to know anything about it?
Apart from the fact that it freed us from that lab, no. Although I do wish to meet it someday.
Then why not join my team? That way we can find it together.
I'll pass.
Aw, come on. Why are you being so stubborn?
I told you, I must continue to train.
He sounds like that psychic friend of yours.
Just as stubborn too.
I am not stubborn, just cautious.
Cautious of what exactly?
Someone who might threaten my future, like that man, Giovanni.
Oh yeah, apparently he made another Mewtwo. Are you training so you'd win if they come here?
No, the 2 of them have no interest in me anymore.
How do you know that?
Must I spell it out for you?
I kinda wanna know too.
Fine, I shall explain.
From the very beginning, please.
Ooh, good point. I don't remember anything that happened before I woke up.
As you are aware, that man Giovanni had your father create the most powerful Pokemon in the world. Me. Yet despite my powers, I could not escape the confinement of that laboratory. While trapped there, I realized that I could look into the future. I saw that once born, Giovanni would use various technologies to subdue my will and control me as an ultimate weapon to conquer the world. And I had accepted that cruel fate, until the Pokemon called Mew stumbled into that lab. Seeing my pathetic plea for help, it instantly transformed into a Pokemon that shattered my cage in a single move. That moment, my vision of the future changed. Giovanni would find us in the burning lab and, in a rage of fury, destroy you and our other 3 siblings. I would try to stop him, but lose in a battle against his Pokemon. Then the future changed again, as I heard the Mew speak to me. Run, it said. So I grabbed my siblings using my telekinesis and fled the lab as fast as I could. I did not know where to go, but some primal instinct drew me to this cave. Before entering, I looked into the future yet again. This time there were branching paths. One where I went to hide inside with my siblings, but would fail to protect them from the vicious Pokemon inside, losing them one by one. And in the other, I went to seek refuge elsewhere, only to be discovered and ambushed by Giovanni. Neither outcome was desirable, but before I had time to deliberate, I spotted a little Squirtle swimming nearby. It may have been a weakling, but as we stared at each other for a moment, a third path opened before me. The creature made me feel an unprecedented level of comfort, to the point where I knew it was safe to leave my siblings behind in its care and go inside this cave alone.
Now that I think about it, Sabrina did mention seeing a second Squirtle.
Must have been a real special Squirtle. So, what happened next?
The new future I saw for myself was uncertain. It was clear that Giovanni would come for me eventually, but the outcome would vary. If I managed to become strong enough, I would defeat his team with ease and stop the villain for good. But if I failed, he would succeed in capturing me and then use my powers to commit countless atrocities.
But didn't you say that Giovanni has no interest in you anymore?
I'm getting to that part. Everything was going according to plan. I was growing stronger and stronger every day, and the future where I won became more and more likely. Then suddenly, another, even worse path appeared. Something unexpected has pushed Giovanni to act much more recklessly than usual. In this future, he would steal the Master Ball from Silph and capture me regardless of my strength. Every passing moment made this path more and more likely to occur, until eventually, it became the only possible future. And that's when I noticed it. A tiny frayed thread that could undo it all and free me from Giovanni's yoke. There was an important event held at the SSN, but Giovanni would be denied entry due to his fraudulent ticket. However, I could intervene from the safety of my cave, using my psychic powers to switch his ticket with a real one and grant him access to that party. In this future, Giovanni would gather top-secret information on all technologies currently in development at Silph. The Team Rocket raid was unavoidable. However, the additional intel would lead Giovanni down a path in which he not only steals the Master Ball, but a secret technology that could be used to create another Mewtwo.
Oh, so that's why the future Sabrina saw changed.
Unfortunately, this path would be more painful for my creator, but with a much stronger Mewtwo at his disposal, Giovanni's path and my own would never cross again.
But if you got what you wanted, why do you still stay here to train?
Because the future is fickle. I have seen it change many times, with no explanation.
I think Sabrina said that only someone with more psychic power than you can change the future, so it's probably not random.
All the more reason to keep training here, even if the only future I can see at the moment is one where I spend my life here, with nothing unremarkable happening. I would much rather this bland outcome than one where I destroy the world against my will for a man like Giovanni.
That sounds really sad, actually.
Say, Mewtwo, can I try to change your future?
What are you trying to say, sister?
Well, since both futures sound kind of bad, how's about we have a little Pokemon battle? And if I win, you'll join my team and we can travel the world together. I'm sure that'll be much better than staying in this cave.
Fine. I'll entertain you. Just know that I will win.
You're on!
Green sent out Clefable first, and while we set up a light screen, Mewtwo used Amnesia to bulk itself up. Then it went to the offensive with Psychic while we hit it with a Moonblast, although he definitely did a lot more damage. Then we followed up with...
Weak. Useless.
Well, at least Kangaskhan can tank a hit and dish out some major damage with Sucker Punch. Then we could follow up with Ninetales to do some more chip damage using its Dark Pulse attack, but it got knocked out too. That left us with just Blastoise, who Mega Evolved and hit it with a Fake Out. Now we just had to attack one more time to... He can heal?
I was engineered to be the most powerful Pokemon in the world. Of course I can heal.
And his health is back to full.
Doesn't look like we can do much damage either.
See? I have won. You are not strong enough to change my future.
I might not be, but I think he is.
Him?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
While it is true that he has some innate resistance to my psychic powers, this puny Meowth stands no chance against my other moves.
Yeah, but he's got that emergency tea that can turn him into any Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I do. But that's only for emergencies.
Wee woo, this is an emergency, now drink the tea!
No it's not.
Then I guess I'll just have to become the emergency.
What the?
Oh no, why do I hear battle music? Quickly, fake out! And now I'm gonna hit you with the Ree! Mewtwo, are you gonna help or not? Ree!
There's nothing we can do to win against her.
Seriously? Fine, I'll bite back.
Now show me why you wield that power. Why do you wish to find Mew?
2 reasons. First, because my friend Opal is worried about it. And second, because the tea she makes helps me deal with bullies like you.
That's your idea of dealing with me? Pathetic. Now tell me, what's the real purpose of this tea? What is it you actually do?
Well, I'm part of this project where I get sent into other worlds to see what could go wrong in a region and how strong its trainers are. Then we use that information to make the world a better place.
Where does the tea come in?
Well, if I stand out too much, that'll alert the local legendary Pokemon or change how things turn out. So I drink the tea to transform into an unassuming Pokemon and travel with a prominent trainer.
So you waste Mew's powers to turn into weak little Pokemon?
I guess sometimes it does turn me into something strong, but to be honest, I don't really understand how it works. I'm lucky if it even turns me into the right type of Pokemon.
So the Alolan Meowth was just a fluke.
Yeah, I figured a dark type would be a good matchup against you, but can't exactly pick which Pokemon I turn into, so...
Hear that, Mewtwo?
What of it, sister?
He is weak. He has not mastered his powers. Yet he was one of the factors that changed the future you saw.
He is?
I am?
It was his interference that threw Giovanni in action. The moment he walked into that gym with Misty, looking for a missing Mew under a truck, Giovanni knew he might get exposed, and it got him to speed up his plans.
Then he is stronger than me. But how?
How indeed? He's not stronger in battle, that's for sure. Yet he can do things you cannot. For example, he managed to break out from the Master Ball.
You did?
Oh, that's thanks to my pendant, Gem. Since he's technically a Terapagos, he can resist the effects of Pokeballs, being the world turtle and all. It would be kind of a problem if someone dropped their ball on the ground and then the whole continent disappeared beneath their feet.
What else can you do?
I can also change forms into Pokemon I've been before without having to drink the tea. See? Sayayay! Wait, why am I telling you all this?
Because we're friends, duh!
So, care to explain what all that was?
Oh, you still haven't figured it out?
Figured what out?
The Pokemon you're looking for. Mew, that's me!
You're Mew?
Guess I fooled you both.
But if you are Mew, then what's happened to my sister?
Don't worry, she's fine. Green was in a dire condition when you brought her out of the lab. But since you left her in my care outside the cave, I found a safe spot for her in the attic of Bill's little hut. So I teleported her there and left her to recover on the grassy terrain I set up under the moonlight.
So the real Green was in Bill's hut the entire time?
Mm-hmm. He never goes up in the attic, so her recovery won't be disturbed. In fact, she should be waking up soon. Which means my time as Green is almost over. But I'm glad I got to see the world through the eyes of a human.
I didn't know Mew could turn into people too.
Oh no, I can't. Little Green is an exception since her dad used a bunch of different Pokemon DNA to give her a healthy body, unlike her previous one. He didn't know it, but she's more Pokemon than human. Speaking of which, may I see that charm?
You mean Gem?
Mm-hmm.
What did you just do? Why is there so many gems now?
Don't worry, you can keep the original. I'll give the rest to Green. Don't want her accidentally getting caught in the Pokeball.
What about the other 126 of them?
Oh, those! They're for the Greens in the other worlds.
There's only 126 other Greens?
Not every world is kinda life. And not every world leads to the chance encounters needed for special people like Green to exist. But you should know that. There seems to be only one of you in the entire multiverse.
How do you know that?
Well, I've been to every universe, and I've only seen you once.
Does that mean you can make your own portal?
I'm not that strong, but I can turn into this Pokemon called Hoopa that can do the trick. Who knows? Maybe you'll run into it one day.
I'd rather not. And I probably won't since I'm running out of tea.
Don't worry, the me in your world will go play with little Opal soon. I wasn't planning on staying in Kanto to watch over Mewtwo for much longer anyways. At least, not until you showed up and made things interesting.
I see. Sorry about that.
No need to apologize. Your presence has taught me an invaluable lesson. Perhaps it is best that I do leave this cave and go explore the world a little. I've already learned all I can here, but out there, who knows what Pokemon I'll meet and what I may become.
Yay! Then off you go, Mewtwo, to an even brighter future than the present you can see.
Thank you, Mew. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
And so Mewtwo left the Cerulean Cave to travel around the world. Mew went off to deliver the gemstones to every green and every universe. And me? Well, I'm still stuck here because Sabrina has my portal.
You mean this little thing?
Sabrina, what are you doing here?
A little bird from the Indigo Plateau told me that you might be heading into the Cerulean Cave, and asked if I could come check on you just in case. Speaking of which, where's Green?
She's asleep in Bill's lab.
So, you went in that cave all alone?
Oh no. The green you saw earlier was actually the Mew I've been looking for this entire time.
But I didn't sense anything abnormal when she was at my gym.
Well, that's because Mew's got more psychic power than you. Speaking of which, you won't have to worry about Mewtwo anymore either.
I won't? Why is that?
Well, we found him hiding in that cave, but turns out he's a pretty nice guy, so we're friends now. Also, he kinda left to go travel the world, so I doubt he'll be coming back to Kanto anytime soon.
Was there anything else I missed?
No, not really. So, can I go home now?
I suppose if the Mewtwo is no longer a threat to our region, then I have no reason to keep you here. But
what?
I'll miss you a little.
Huh, don't worry, Sabrina. I'll miss you too.
That doesn't make it any easier.
I know.
It's all yours. Be sure to visit if you get the chance.
Thanks, Sabrina. I will. Hey, Sabrina. Could you say goodbye to the others for me?
I will. I'm sure they'll miss you too. Although, I doubt Mr. Fuji will remember who you are.
Oh, that reminds me. There was a psychic Pokemon that wiped my mind once, a really long time ago. But it turns out that his psychic powers didn't actually erase my memories, just clouded them. So maybe there's something you can do to help Mr. Fuji with his memory loss.
But I've never used those kinds of psychic powers before.
Well, you're the best psychic I know. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Anyways, I better go before this portal closes. I'm sure Avery's exhausted from keeping it in position for so long. Thanks for traveling with me, and do wijdane, Sabrina.
What do you make of that portal?
It seems to connect to a parallel world. Or rather, it has the potential to connect to many other worlds.
Can you replicate it?
I've memorized its structure and properties, but at present, I do not possess the power to create one myself.
So we just need to train a bit more.
Might I suggest Mount Silver? The Pokemon and trainers there should be sufficient.
Perfect. It's about time we got out of this backwards region.
Once I can recreate that portal, we shall be free to go wherever you please.
And then the world will be mine.
Not just the world, but the whole multiverse.
Then let's not waste our time here any longer.
Excuse me, sir. Are you the suspicious salesman that I heard about?
Suspicious? There ain't nothing suspicious about me.
That's what they all say. So, what are you selling?
Just some Magikarp I fished back home from Lavender Town.
And how much are you selling them for exactly?
500 polka dollars?
Did you say 500 Poké Dollars?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
That is quite the steal. I wasted like 20 Pokeballs trying to catch a Growlithe the other day.
Right? So, wanna buy a Magikarp?